Hello. Anyway, guys, what's going on with our ships lately? Literally, every ship is having a situation right now. Because what is going on? What is going on literally? I really don't understand today. I don't understand tonight. Because all these conversations that are going on between these ships, I don't get it. Anyway, guys, without wasting time, guys, I am Nina and I am the queen of the tea. And this is where I get to fill everybody in with what is happening in Big Brother's house. This is where I get to talk about everything. This is where we get to steer literally everything out in Big Brother's house, guys. So for those who haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, turn that notification button on so that whenever I post a new video, you're able to watch. Anyway, guys, let's first talk about the conversation between Sultana and Jayson. So guys, Jayson was talking to Sultana about his diary session, talking to the way he talked to Big Brother about the balance of this Dede's time and Sultana, literally what he had said to Big Brother inside the house. Then he also went ahead to talk about his conversation with Doris, and he went ahead to say Doris called him and wanted to have a talk, like literally saying Doris was asking a lot of questions and Jayson was giving a little bit of answers, and he went ahead to point out one of the questions where he said Jayson was spending a lot of time with Dede, like during the day, and doesn't he feel that it is affecting Sultana, or like how does Sultana feel about that? And Jayson said, "Oh, that is a great question, but then there is something you're missing out." And I'm like, "Okay, dude." At this point, I must say, Doris asked some good questions because that is literally what was going on. Like literally, Jayson would spend a lot of time during the day with Dede, then in the night, come back to Sultana. And at some point it wasn't making sense. But for Sultana, there was a time she was having a conversation. I think it was with Gigi Jasmine. I don't remember very well the person, but then probably it would be Gigi Jasmine. And she talked about, for her, she does not tell a man what to do. She literally lets the man be and just look at him, with what he does, and he can decide whether he's the right person or not. And I'm like, okay, literally, maybe that is what Sultana is doing, for the fact that she doesn't care about Jayson spending a lot of time with Dede and then coming to her during the night. And, Jayson was talking about, there is a point that I'm missing out. And I'm like, which point are they missing out? So he went ahead to explain to Sultana that, you see, the time I spent with Dede, there is, talking about that, is it an emotional part? Doris is missing out at this. And I'm like, dude, me personally, I don't see the point she's missing out. Just talking, maybe the only point is where Jayson mentioned that Dede keeps him in check. Like Dede literally reminds him of where he's in the house, or keeps him in check. Maybe if that is the point, we're missing out. But then all these explanations, you see the Jayson. Me personally, I did not see any reason, but then I don't know why it feels like Sultana, I don't know how to explain it, loves the guy so much, or something, like he's literally scared to offend him, or he's literally not able to stand up for herself to Jayson, or literally not able to address something to Jayson. Because literally every conversation they have, Sultana is literally okay with everything, and it doesn't make sense to me. Literally, it doesn't make sense to me. I don't know whether it makes sense to other people or other viewers, but it doesn't make sense to me. For people who have observed their conversations, Sultan is always like laughing it off, like, it is okay, Sina, it is okay. Like, no, to me, it doesn't make sense at some point. Anyway, so Jayson had went ahead to talk to Sultana, telling her that, she's planning on reshuffling the time so that it could balance. And it was literally funny to Sultana because she went ahead to explain that, the thing that when Jayson talked about reshuffling, like it sounded like, when a man has more than one wife and he's supposed to balance up the time, that is literally what she was trying to explain to Jayson J. Like, it is giving her a point of a married man married to many wives and now has to share the time amongst all the wives. That is literally what is happening between Sultana and Dede, where Jayson has to divide the time so that the time is equal. And I'm like, Even when Jayson talked about balancing, hey, Erica, no, we all know at some point he'll. Anyway, that was the conversation. And, like he talked about, so during the conversation, as the conversation was going on, the reshuffling conversation, wherever it is, we shall see whether he'll be able to shuffle the time. But then it will be kind of complicated for him, even when he's inside there. When something, sometimes some things that do not add up later, we all know that. Anyway, as the conversation was going on, there is this word Jayson talked about. Like they were literally having the conversation and something like, fuck you came out. And who Sultana went ahead to say, I would want to, but not here. And I'm like, yes, guy, go, guy, go, guy. Okay, Sultana. Even when she went ahead to explain, I normally talk shit with people I'm sexually attracted to, or she doesn't talk shit to people she's not sexually attracted to. And talking about, you see, I'm not always sexually attracted to so many people. Like literally, I can be with someone who I'm not sexually attracted to. I've dated, and I'm like, Sultana, you don't have to do the explaining, because all this explanation takes us back to I only talk shit to people I'm sexually attracted to. It was literally like telling Jayson indirectly, I'm sexually attracted to you. And that means whatever she mentioned, like I would want to, but then not here is literally what she feels. We're not gonna beat around the bush. That is literally what she feels. Anyway, that was the conversation. And I'm like, before this season ends, we shall have to see something. We shall have to see Sultana and Jayson. Something must be going on. Something will be going down before this season ends or before one of them is out of the house. Anyway, guys, I'm not gonna lie. I just can't wait to see, because I know it will happen. Because first of all, Jayson also is literally sexually attracted to Sultana, and the feeling is vice versa. Also, Sultana is literally sexually attracted to Jayson. Let's see, because if we're to remember, it was one of the reasons as to why Jayson did not choose Sultana when he became the head of house, when he chose Koyin and was explaining to Sultana. That was the explanation he was literally giving, like, I'm sexually attracted to you, so we cannot be the same space, and nothing happens. I see. And now Sultana is literally telling him, I talk shit to people I'm sexually attracted to, and I'm like, hey, Sultana, Jayson, let's just wait, because we both know we're adults, we both know. Anyways, thinking about that shape, let's talk about the conversation that was held between Mide and Dede. Let's not forget Mide's birthday is coming up, and so she was talking to Dede about it, like, my birthday, like, she wouldn't want to remind Bright about it because she just wants to see what Bright could do. I'm like, girl, men can live in the desert without water. That was the same statement Mide mentioned to Dede when there was a fight with Big Soso, Jayson Coin, all that situation that was going on where Big Soso was talking about protecting his boys and fighting for his boys, something like that. For those who did not watch, please go back to my previous videos. You'll have to see it there. So the same statement, I wanted, I felt like Dede should tell Mide the same statement when she mentioned, I want to see what Bright could do for me, or I want to see what he could do, whether he could. And I'm like, girl, men will live in the desert without water. Hey, you had better remind this Bright, or you had better remind this Bright guy, or else Dede should just help you go remind Bright about this birthday. Because these things of, you want to see whether the guy will remember, you want to see what he can do, you want to see whether he's creative. Girl, it will just be breakfast in bed. Anyway, as they were having that conversation over she wants to see what Bright could do, or this, what that, she went ahead to make a comparison between herself and Bright and this Doris and Denari ship. She went ahead to explain that she feels like Bright is not doing enough. And, every time Mide looks at Denari and Doris, and Denari is literally doing everything for Doris, like, she kind of feels jealous. She kind of feels like Bright is not doing enough. She kind of feels like, this is a nice couple, or this, like, it. to her, it feels like they're already a real couple. Because literally, Denari is doing everything for Doris, washing for her bread, being able to get for her food, literally getting her space to sit, like a chair, like a space to sit. Like literally, she wanted her to say almost everything Denari is doing for Doris. And to her side, when she asks Bright to do some things, like she mentioned an incident of when she told Bright to wash for her utensils, and Bright said, "Oh, I washed for you yesterday. Like you can wash it." She feels like it is not balancing up. Then she went ahead to ask Dede, like, "Oh, Dede, like, who do you think loves the other most? Like between Mide and Bright, who loves the other most?" And Dede did not give a correct answer at this point, I must say. Because Dede went ahead to say, I feel like it is not too much. I feel like it is, like equal. I feel like it is not. I'm like, Dede, just say it. Just say it. Even when they both have feelings for each other, it still stands like for the fact that Mide is always speaking about it. Mide is because we've seen conversations where Mide has talked to Kola about it, like she feels like she's loving this bright guy so much, or she feels like it, like the love increases literally every day, every day, every day, every day. And I'm like, Mide, Ben will live in the desert without water. And she was talking about, she feels like it looks like Mide loves the guy so much, and that the guy literally, yes, she went ahead to say, she knows Bright loves her, but then not as much, and like Dede went ahead to say, no, it is equal, and she went ahead to say she doesn't like equal things. She feels like the guy should like her so much more than her. And I'm like, hey, then set a strategy, then do something, because there was also a previous conversation with them where Dede was trying to tell Mide, like, don't give in your all, Lily. And Mide did not take the advice. And now she's talking about, she feels like, the guy loves, like, she feels like she's the one who loves the guy so much. I'm like, girl, hey, if you're not serious with these boys, if you're not serious with these, I don't know if I'm even supposed to call them men, because nobody knows. Anyway, and I'm like, okay, what is literally happening? And as they were having a conversation, there was a time where it was Koyin, where so I don't know why Kola is in my head. When Koyin came and he had brought wipes for Dede. So later on, when there was a conversation upstairs between Dede and Koyin, where Koyin was talking about, you are comparing me with somebody, like later there was a comparison of him and someone else. But then I really feel like Koyin did not understand the conversation very well. I really feel like she tapped a conversation where they were comparing Mide&bright's shape with Doris and Denari, literally. Because there is this attitude Koyin had put for him, thinking like they were comparing him with literally somebody else, and it was, it was not sitting right with him. Dede kept on explaining that, it was not you, it was something specific, it was something else. I really hope Koyin understands that. But Koyin is a cool guy, like, he doesn't overstake himself to something. He lets things go. I really hope he does the same. And guys, there is something I did not understand very well. There is some tension between Denari and Doris that I'm not getting very well. Because when they were having, I don't know when they were eating, and Grace was busy talking about, when situations like that happen, you need to talk to me, or we need to know people we can share with, or people like literally, I really feel like there's a situation of communication in the ship, like, or with these housemates. The housemates that come for your ship. Literally, I wouldn't say ship. Okay, come for the person you're shipping with, and like when this other person is doing something for them, it doesn't sit right. Because we're talking about, when you had a problem with, was it capable? Like you were able to communicate, but then why didn't you communicate when there was another problem with some other person? Like, please talk to me so that we can know the people we share with. Like, I think there is a problem with communication between there. Hey. Literally feels like our ships are having problems. So our ships are having problems. I don't know what they're going to do, but then they need to solve their issues tonight. Because we cannot be in a house of Big Brother without ships. Whatever is going on, they need to solve their issues this night. This night. Because we cannot be in a house of Big Brother without any ship. Whatever is going on, everybody needs to solve their problems faster. faster, more than they could do. We need to see them have fun. Anyway, guys, that was all about today's video. Please, let's meet in the comment section. Let's talk about what is going on. Let's have a conversation and let's enjoy the show. I love you so much. See you in my next video. Bye.